being 11-year-olds, once we, you know, finished with that weird experience, we immediately played Cruisin' USA on the N64.
Nice. Did you have the wheel?
No, we didn't, but I remember if you double tap C down, you do a wheelie.
Yeah. That game kicks ass.
It does.
It's just like if you're playing in the arcade.
Okay, so a friend asked me yesterday, actually.
Wait, you have other friends than me?
Okay, my mom asked me, started asking me about, like, my exes. And, like, asking me that if I was single today, and he started listing off, like, some of my exes. Like, oh, if so-and-so was single and you were single, would you give it, no, not would you do it. I mean, I'm sure that was included in the package deal.
Yeah.
It was like, would you give her another chance?
Well, that's what I meant by would do it. I didn't even mean sex.
Oh.
So one time in my life, I wasn't meaning sex.
You meant sex. You said do it, all right?
Yeah.
No one says do it, and they don't
I
mean
just meant,
sex.
like, would you get back with them?
No, you meant sex. You meant penetration. You said do it, okay?
Okay.
Even when you were 4 years old, if you said do it, you knew you meant sex, but you didn't know what sex was.
Wait, is that what Nike's thing was about? Just do it?
That's all Nike's about. It's just having sex.
But I thought Adidas was all day I dream about sex.
It is.
What the fuck is wrong with shoemakers? Nothing, because sex is great.
Exactly. Anyways, back on topic.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so you asked me if I would ever, you know, give them a second chance.
Yeah.
To which I replied no. You know, especially for the person he asked me about. He's like, well, why not? And I said, well, because at this point in my life, that person discussed me. That made me realize, you know, what's really interesting is that my GF of now, my now GF, she does not like it when I talk bad about my exes, which I think is really interesting. Like, if ever I'm like, oh, you know,
she's a bitch.
Yeah, my ex is a real bitch or was a real bitch.
Yeah.
She's like, you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't talk bad about her like that.
Yeah.
Which I find so strange. Like, wouldn't like the mindset of someone want me to talk bad about my ex? Like, you're so much better than my ex. She was such a bitch. Yeah. No, she's like, no, don't talk bad about them. She was probably a nice girl. Like, I don't want her to then be like, oh yeah, my ex-boyfriend was the greatest. You'll never be able to live up to him.
Yeah.
I just wanted her to tell me how small a dick he had and, you know, how much bigger I am.
Yeah.
That's all I want to hear.
I mean, for me, that's impossible. So.
Because I get the feeling none of my exes go around talking good about me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I almost am positive that my exes, if I'm ever brought up, they're like, yeah, I don't really know what bad they'd say about me because I'm awesome.
Yeah, you are. I mean, I figure when we break up, I'm going to be like, well, he was such... I mean, some of the things he said weren't that funny. It's about the best I can do. The best of the worst I can do. Do you remember the first time and place that you masturbated?
Oh, this is going to bring us some dark past memories.
Oh, man. I didn't realize that masturbation was such a bad thing to you.
No. It's about how weird I was at the age of 11. So at age 11, in the 5th grade, staying the night at a friend's house. There's like 6 of us boys.
The story already is good.
And one of the kids decides to tell us what masturbation is, and that he does it, and like he tells us how he does it. First of all, he tells us how he does it with like 1-2 fingers.
Yeah.
We got. I mean, we're 11, so. I mean, I still use 2 fingers.
I was about to say, like, isn't that how you do it? I don't know any other way.
Basically, long story short, 'cause, I mean, it's kind of a weird story. We all we're masturbating in the same room together, but like not looking at each other.
You're all back to back to back to back to back.
No, we're like weirdly spread around the room against the walls, like facing walls,
and you're just
trying to masturbate. And I just remember, I don't remember what, we tried to use something as lube, and I don't remember what it was. One of the kids, like, spread it, like, I guess it was too close to the wall, and, like, got it all over the wall, and it stained the wall. And for, like, any other time I ever went back to that kid's house, there was just, like,
That's
a stain on the wall of, like, hey, did you guys repress it? Or like, do we all remember when we all jerked off in this room with the strobe light on? Like this.
With a strobe light?
Yeah, he had a strobe light.
It got even, okay.
It was like, and then it was like, you're looking at you, and like, you're looking over here, and just like, flash was like, oh, are you doing it too? I was like, okay. Dude, it was weird.
Oh my god.
It was a...
The strobe light adds such a beautiful, just... Why? Like, why was that the thought?
I don't know.
And you weren't using anything? It wasn't like, oh, let's watch some porn on HBO
it was like,
or something.
I think we had music playing, but I don't remember what kind of music. What do you think would be like the worst way to die?
Drowning in shit.
That was a really quick answer. Like, you've thought about
I've
this
thought
before.
about this, okay? I think the worst way, because like when you're drowning, your body gets like, you know you shouldn't, but your body is trying to make you breathe. And so like, say you fell into like a septic tank or something, and you're drowning in shit, like you're trying not to. You're trying not to. But at some point, your body's just gonna make you breathe in, and so you're gonna breathe in a bunch of shit. And then you're gonna throw up, and then you're gonna have to breathe that back in. And then you're gonna die. That's the worst to me.
Yeah, that would be pretty fucking bad. I will admit.
But yeah, I have thought of this.
That is a pretty terrible way to die. I mean, I was thinking like maybe like 3,000 Africanized bees, but...
I mean, other than bees. And drowning.
Other than bees.
And drowning in shit. What is that? Bees would be your worst?
Well, like fire or like jumping into a volcano of lava, but like you hit like the lava's cooled over on the top, so like you hit hard first, but then like you slowly sink into hot burning lava.
Yeah, and then like when you hit, like you break several bones in your body.
The more you know. Freeze frame. Chick. All right, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Or we'll look like jackasses.
I mean, we always look like jackasses, so...